Hi, this is Lamisha from The Perfect Space, and welcome to the Event Life. Today, we will be talking about questions to ask when looking for a venue. I'll probably be doing like a two-part video for this question. Today, I mostly want to focus on questions to ask a venue when you're looking for things like a baby shower or a birthday party. Um, if you're looking for a wedding, I mean, you could still, if you're looking for a place to have a wedding, you could still ask these questions, but my second video will cover more of what to ask for when you're looking for a wedding specifically. So, just to hop into it, of course, number one, you're going to ask about price. And that's usually the most important thing. That's what everybody really wants to know, off top. But with price, you want to ask, is it like an hourly rate? Is it like a time block? Like, is it, this price in between this and that? Um, is it more expensive during certain parts of the day? Is it cheaper to have it on a Friday or on a Sunday opposed to a Saturday? These are things you want to ask because I know different venues have different rules and regulations on times that they allow you to rent out the space and how much during those times. So definitely price is a really big one. So next I would say let's move on to if you can come in an hour before, the day before to set up. Um, I know here with us, people ask us that all the time, and our policy is no, you have to include that in the time that you rent. Um, you know, our main use here is party rentals and an event space, whereas places like hotels that have banquet halls that they rent out or meeting rooms, their main use is the hotel. They're bringing in the majority of their money from the hotel. The banquet hall and the meeting room is just, it's extra. So I know a lot of times hotels may not mind you coming in an hour or so earlier or even the day before and not charge you anything for it. I heard they're a little bit more expensive, but still, it's definitely something that you want to ask. If you can come in earlier, would you have to pay for it or is it free? So definitely ask that. That is a really big question we get asked all the time. Next, let's talk about decor. What's included in the rental? Like us, we provide you with tables and chairs, black tablecloths. We have this white throne love seat, and we also have a gold shimmer wall that is included when you rent out the space. And we tried to make it so that even if you didn't rent anything else from us, you can still have an event. You can still have everything you need to have an event. But I've heard of some places that you strictly only get the hall. You only get the space. You don't get any tables, any chairs. I've had people rent tables and chairs from us to take and deliver to another event space that didn't provide it. So make sure you ask that. Make sure you ask how many do you get, because some may only provide you with a certain amount, whereas like us, we provide you with our capacity, which is 72. So if you want 72, then you would get 72 for free. There is nothing extra, for it. If you want less, then of course you get, less or whatever. But you just want to ask ahead of time if it would be extra if you needed more tables or more chairs, and what other decor is included. Like, our tablecloths included. Maybe you went into this space for like an open house or something and you saw something like a really nice table that they had decorated, you want to ask like, oh, is that included, or is this an option that we can get, by renting it? So definitely ask that. That's real important, because you don't want to, like, we've had a client who came in here for a tour, and she saw some of our inventory that we had up, just pretty much on display as a way of marketing. And so when it was time for her event, even though we had already did her contract and everything and stated what would, what she would have out for her event, when she came in here, she was like, where is this and where is that? I asked for this and this and that, and I wanted this. And we're like, no ma'am, this is what's in your contract right here. And she later admitted, that she thought that everything she saw when she came in here was included for free. So definitely ask that question so that, you won't have that issue. Um, let's see. Ask about cleanup. I know some venues will require you to clean up. Um, like with us, if you're not getting a package, we do require you to clean up, but like we don't need you to have the place spotless. We basically, if you spill some food on the floor, then yeah, pick it up. If you still have food on your plates and stuff like that, yeah, throw that in the garbage. With garbage, we do require you to take out the garbage to the trash can that's in the back. So make sure you ask, your venues about that. With us as well, if you're not getting a package, and let's say you rent something like chair covers, you have to put the chair covers on. You have to make sure that they're off before, the end of your event, by the end of your event. If you rented some napkins from us and you folded them all fancy, there are knots and stuff like that, you have to make sure you take them out of the knots before the end of your event, because if your event ends and you didn't do that, then we would charge you for that. So again, really make sure that you ask them. Some people want you to mop and all of that. We don't require you to mop. We don't require like the floor to be totally spotless. Again, just make sure that the big stuff is up. I know some companies automatically just charge you a cleaning fee, and like us, we don't do that. We only charge you that fee if you didn't do what you were supposed to do after after you left. We basically keep your deposit. So definitely ask about that. That is an important one. Next, I would say security. With us, we only require security for like any events that's going to have alcohol, and that excludes wine. Wine, champagne, which is wine, any type of wine cocktails like mimosas and stuff like that. We don't require security for that. But anything else, even beer, we require security for beer. So again, if you're going to have alcohol besides wine, we do require security. I know some venues, they require security no matter what. You want to ask them how much it is, if they will be providing the security officer, or is it something that you would have to provide. So you definitely want to ask that. Another good question is about like flames, confetti, glitter, stuff like that. I know here, no, none of that is allowed. The only flame you can have is if you're doing a birthday candle and you want to blow out the candle, you can do that. The burners for the chafing dishes, you can have those, but that is it. We don't do candles. We don't have a stove here. You can't come in here and cook, bring a grill and cook. We don't allow any of that. And then with things like confetti and glitter, it's just super messy, and it's really, really difficult to clean up. And I know sometimes people like to put it on top of their tables, like the confetti or whatever, on top of their tables. And we tell them, that it's not really allowed, but if you put it on top of the table, make sure that you're just throwing it all in the garbage. You get every little piece, And if something gets on the floor, then you need to clean it up. And again, if you don't, it'll be taken out of the deposit. So it's some people that don't let you have it at all. And with us, the reason we allow it a little bit, um, like you can't go throwing it in the air and stuff like that, throwing it at people. No, we don't allow that at all. Like I said, on the tables, and then sometimes you have the pretty balloons and it has the confetti in it. So we always tell people to pop those inside of the garbage can or pop them outside so that it doesn't get everywhere. Because again, it is a hassle to clean up. We only allow the cold sparklers. We had them for a 10th anniversary party, and it was really pretty, and it wasn't a fire hazard, so those are fine, but the other ones, no. So make sure you ask your venues about that. And then I would also say, make sure you ask about if there's any event insurance required. I know with us, we just have insurance. So we don't require um, our clients to have any type of insurance, but I know it's some like bigger venues, some of the really, really nice wedding venues, or just some of the bigger venues that you could do like those huge, huge events like concerts and stuff like that. Sometimes they do require that. So make sure that you ask. Same thing like even if you're doing a baby shower or better yet, a gender reveal, and you want to do what is it, the powder or whatever it is that they pop off in the air to let you know what the gender is or whatever. So sometimes maybe a venue will require you to have some type of insurance on, that or whatever, to make sure no one gets hurt. So again, ask that question because it's important. So that is the questions that I have for today. Like I said, I'll be doing another video on more questions to ask when you're interested in doing a wedding at someone's video. So I hope this helped. If you have any questions that you felt like was really important that I missed, go ahead and leave me a comment. And yes, I will see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.